Listen closely, my dear, this is Archangel Michael speaking, and I need your full attention. Stop everything you're doing. What I'm about to share with you is deeply urgent. Something heartbreaking is heading toward your life, and the person responsible for your past pain is tied to it. You've been carrying confusion, asking why, and heaven has heard you. The stillness around you isn't just silence, it's the calm before a revelation. The one who vanished when you needed them most, the one who covered their wrongs with silence, is about to be uncovered. Their secrets, their lies, the betrayal you felt in your soul, it's all coming out. This is not just a warning. This is divine truth arriving at your door. You may receive a letter, a message, or hear a voice you didn't expect. The pain will be real, but so will the freedom it brings. They thought time would erase what they did. They thought you would stay broken. They didn't see the divine hand holding you, watching every tear, every moment you whispered into the dark. But heaven has been preparing this moment. The one who hurt you has begun to feel the weight of their choices. Their silence speaks louder now. They avoided your name, but they can't avoid justice. What's done in secret must now face the light. This moment isn't about revenge. It's about truth, closure, and peace. You will not go backward. You will not beg for what was never real. This heartbreak is a final doorway. You're not being punished, you're being protected. The pain you feel now is the breaking of old chains. You're being called to rise. You've already changed more than you realize. You've grown strong in your quiet nights. You are not fragile. You are not forgotten. You are not weak for still feeling. Let the sadness wash over you, don't fight it. Cry if you must. Feel everything. Let the old energy leave your body. Because what follows this pain is clarity. What follows this storm is peace. Someone has prayed for a heart like yours. But you couldn't meet them while you were still clinging to confusion. God cannot bless lies, so He is removing everything false from your life. This truth will be your foundation for the love you truly deserve. You are stepping into a new chapter, one that doesn't require proving your worth. The person who hurt you may return, but don't be fooled. They fear what they're about to face, not what they've lost. You deserve a love that speaks without hiding, holds you without hurting, stays without vanishing. This is your moment to claim it. God is moving. The angels are active. Your energy is shifting. You may feel it in your chest. You may sense it in your dreams. The signs are all around you. This is a holy awakening. Don't resist it. Don't chase what is running. Don't try to fix what's breaking again. Stand still in your strength. Stand rooted in your truth. Because soon something will arrive, a message, a visit, a knowing, and everything will change. Not to hurt you, but to heal you. Your soul deserves peace. You've cried too long. You've doubted too deeply. And now heaven is done waiting. You were never too sensitive. You were right to feel what you did. You just needed heaven's confirmation. And now, it's coming. The truth is already on its way. This is your sign. Don't silence your heart now. Don't close your spirit. Because when it happens, you must be ready to receive. The light will feel sharp, but it's sacred. It won't leave you in pieces. It will gather what's been broken and make it whole. Everything you lost was preparation. Everything you suffered has been witnessed. Heaven saw it all. And heaven will respond. Even now, as you read this, your spirit is being prepared. You are not going through this alone. Archangel Michael stands at your door, not to let pain enter, but to make sure truth does. Breathe. Feel. Trust. You've been selected for this moment. The one who hurt you is already facing what they thought they'd avoid. They can't sleep. They feel the weight. They may still try to charm their way back, but you will not be fooled again. You're stronger. You're wiser. You've healed silently. Now the heavens speak loudly. This is the end of false love and the beginning of divine alignment. The tears are part of the process. Let them flow. They're sacred now. They're not weakness, they're release. You carried this burden for too long. But you won't carry it any longer. This heartbreak is not your undoing, it's your release. Let the door open. Let the truth in. Let your heart expand. Because what you've been praying for is coming, but first, the lie must leave. This is the moment the chapter closes for good. And you, beloved, walk free. You walk free, but freedom sometimes feels unfamiliar after living so long in survival mode. You've been protecting yourself from more hurt, bracing for disappointment, holding your breath even when smiling. But now, beloved, it's time to exhale. This freedom isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. You are not the same soul who once tolerated silence, accepted crumbs, forgave lies without apology. No, now your soul is bolder. Now you know that peace is not earned through suffering, that love is not proven through pain. The chains you carried were not yours to begin with. They were forged by others, by their shame, their denial, their inability to see your light. But that was never your burden to bear. The illusions are fading now. What once confused you now makes perfect sense. The people who withdrew, the opportunities that vanished, the paths that closed, none of them were rejections. They were divine redirections. Because what was meant for you could never have required you to shrink. What is coming into your life now is being drawn by your healed energy. No more pretending. No more bending to be accepted. No more quieting your needs to be chosen. You are no longer in a season of proving. You are in a season of receiving. And I want you to hear me clearly, what you are about to receive is not because of what you've suffered. It's because of who you've become. Pain didn't earn you this blessing. Your integrity did. Your resilience did. Your quiet courage in the night seasons did. Heaven is responding not just to your cries, but to your character. You could have retaliated, but you didn't. You could have become bitter, but you chose healing. You could have let heartbreak make you hard, but you stayed tender. And now, your reward is here. Don't look for it in the places you've already outgrown. Don't search for it in people who showed you their truth. When the blessing comes, it will feel calm. It will feel safe. It will not make you question your worth. It will not play hide and seek with your heart. This is your confirmation. The wait was not wasted. Time did not forget you. The universe did not overlook you. Every second you stayed faithful to your inner truth, even while breaking inside, was a signal to the divine. This one is ready. You are ready. Ready for real joy. Ready for real alignment. Ready for what doesn't hurt to hold. And it's closer than you think. Don't be surprised if you feel sudden releases. Old emotions surfacing, memories returning, tears flowing without warning. That's your soul purging. That's your spirit making space. Let it happen. Trust the release. What you're letting go of has served its purpose. You don't need to make peace with your past to move forward, you just need to let it be behind you. Stop trying to make sense of what was never built in truth. Some people weren't confused, they were careless. Some didn't lack clarity, they lacked courage. That is not your fault. Your empathy is not a weakness. Your loyalty is not foolish. You loved deeply because your soul is deep. But now, beloved, love yourself with the same depth. Give yourself the compassion you kept giving others. No more waiting to be seen. You see yourself now. No more hoping for someone to choose you. You've chosen yourself. That's the power that breaks generational pain. That's the fire that lights your path forward. And yes, there may still be moments of sorrow. Healing isn't linear. But every tear now waters your growth. Every ache now fuels your transformation. You're not stuck, you're evolving. The dreams you've shelved, the visions you doubted, the passions you buried to keep the peace, they're all rising again. This time, you won't abandon them. This time, you won't abandon yourself. There is a version of you that's already waiting on the other side of this release. Stronger. Softer. Clearer. Lighter. She's not someone else, you've been her all along. You just needed to remove the layers placed on you by pain, by fear, by expectation. Those layers are falling away now. Feel it. Trust it. You're becoming. And in this becoming, you will find people who meet you with the same sincerity. You will attract connections that mirror your truth. Souls who don't compete with your light but complement it. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are not too deep. You were just surrounded by people too disconnected to receive you. But that is changing. Your energy is shifting. You'll find yourself less interested in chasing and more drawn to peace. Less concerned with being understood, more committed to being real. You'll stop needing to prove your worth. You'll start honoring your boundaries. That's what growth looks like, not louder, but clearer. Not faster, but more aligned. You'll no longer fear solitude because you've made peace with your own presence. And that's where the miracles begin. In the stillness. In the clarity. In the sacred quiet where the noise fades and the truth rises. That's where you hear the whispers of your destiny. That's where your purpose becomes undeniable. You didn't come this far just to survive. You came to thrive. You came to create. You came to love without losing yourself. You came to lead, to heal, to rise, to shine. The light is returning, and it's not just above you, it's within you. You carry the spark. You carry the story. And now, you carry the strength. Walk boldly, beloved. You are not cursed, you are chosen. You are not broken, you are blooming. And as you step deeper into this season, you'll start noticing subtle shifts that speak louder than any sign. The mornings will feel gentler. The nights, more restful. Your inner dialogue will become kinder, softer, stronger. Where once you second-guessed your every move, you now move with quiet confidence. You trust yourself again. Or maybe, for the first time. Because you've realized the answers were never outside of you. You were never lost, you were layered. Beneath the heartbreak, beneath the expectations, beneath the silence, you were always there. And now, you're returning to yourself. Not the version shaped by fear, not the one watered down to be palatable, but the real you. The whole you. The you who remembers. The you who dreams. The you who doesn't flinch when loved correctly. You'll start to see how nothing was truly wasted. Even the detours had purpose. Even the people who left taught you something. Even the endings were a kind of beginning. You may still feel it sometimes, the ache, the doubt, the pull to go backward. That's normal. Healing doesn't erase history, it just gives it a new meaning. So when those old feelings rise, don't run from them. Meet them with love. Thank them for their lesson. Then let them go. Because you're no longer ruled by your pain. You're led by your peace. And that peace, that deep, unwavering knowing, will become your compass. It will guide you into relationships that feel safe, not intense. Into decisions that align, not impress. Into work that fulfills, not depletes. Into a life that fits, not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped forcing yourself to fit where you didn't belong. And people will notice. They'll see the glow. They'll hear the shift in your voice. They'll sense the grounded energy in your presence. And while some may not understand it, that's okay. This version of you doesn't need to be understood. She just needs to be honored. and you will honor her. Every time you say no when you used to say yes. Every time you rest without guilt. Every time you choose softness over survival. Every time you love without abandoning yourself. That is how you stay free. That is how you stay whole. You won't need to explain yourself anymore. You won't chase closure from people incapable of giving it. You'll simply rise. Silently. Steadily. Powerfully. You'll understand that healing doesn't mean fixing, it means remembering. Returning. Rooting. You'll stop waiting for someone to choose you and choose yourself again and again, until it becomes second nature. Until love doesn't feel like longing anymore. Until peace isn't the exception, it's the standard. And in this wholeness, you'll find magic again. The kind of magic you felt as a child before the world taught you to be smaller. You'll dance again. You'll laugh again, not the polite kind, but the deep, belly kind. You'll find beauty in ordinary things, the sky, the breeze, your own breath. You'll notice how the light hits your face and realize, this is what it feels like to be alive. Not to just exist, but to be. Fully. Freely. Unapologetically. The old you would have dimmed. The old you would have explained. But the new you? She glows. She moves in silence but speaks volumes. She attracts, not by effort, but by essence. And you'll see the difference. You won't have to beg for what's aligned. It will find you. Love will feel mutual. Opportunities will feel exciting. Friendships will feel nourishing. You won't fear losing what's real because you'll know, what's real doesn't require you to abandon yourself. This is the era where you become your own home. Where you come back to your center every time the world tries to pull you away. Where you honor your emotions, your desires, your energy. Where you know that you are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow beyond what once felt safe. You are allowed to want more. To dream bigger. To say, this is not enough for me anymore, and that doesn't make me ungrateful, it makes me honest. You are allowed to choose yourself, even if it disappoints others. You are allowed to set boundaries, even if it makes you misunderstood. You are allowed to protect your peace, even if it means walking alone for a little while. Because the peace you find in your own presence is worth more than the approval of people who never truly saw you. And when you stop settling, life stops shrinking. The colors come back. The music plays again. Your world expands. Your spirit breathes. And you begin to remember who you were before life told you to be quiet. You begin to believe in your own power. Not the loud, performative kind, but the quiet, rooted, sacred kind. The power that comes from healing. From truth. From walking away from what no longer serves you, not in anger, but in clarity. And you'll feel it. The alignment. The ease. The rightness. No more chasing. No more forcing. No more convincing. Just receiving. Just allowing. Just being. And when doubt comes, as it will, you'll return to your truth. You'll remind yourself of the battles you've survived, the storms you've faced, the nights you thought you'd never get through. You'll say, I am still here. And not just here, I am thriving. I am blooming. I am becoming everything I was meant to be. Not despite the pain, but because I chose to rise through it. And in that truth, beloved, you are unstoppable.